Hey guys, we're going to read a book this week called Seed to Plant. This book is all about how plants grow. Now remember, we've talked about before how every living thing in the world, even people or animals or plants, all go through a cycle called a life cycle. And remember, we've talked about how God, when He created all living things, created that every living thing would go through a cycle or different stages or times in their life. Let's look at how a seed goes from a seed to a plant. Now, this book, again, is called Seed to Plant by Kristen Baird Rittini. Inside, there is a table of contents. So after we read this book, if we want to go back to a certain part of the book, we just come over here and look and find the page number, and it will take us to a certain part. Okay. What is a plant? A plant is a living thing. It stays in one place, but it grows and changes just like you. This is called a white water lily. Now, plants can be big or small. Some have flowers. Others grow fruit. Trees are plants too. Plants are a big part of our world. Farmers grow fruits and vegetables, and these plants give us food. Some plants can be used to make clothing. Your t-shirt is made from cotton plants. Other plants are cozy homes for animals. Here is a picture of a bear in a tree, a little bear cub. The parts of a plant. You can use your body to remember the parts of a plant. The arms are like leaves. Your body is like a stem, and feet are like the roots. Now, roots, this part right down here, hold the plant in the ground. The stem helps the plant stand up tall, like this little girl. And the leaves soak up the sunlight. How does a plant begin? Well, number one, let's dig in. Most plants start as a seed. Number two, the seed splits open. A shoot pushes out. This is called germination. That is a word we're going to be talking a lot about this week, germination. And then a new plant begins. Germination actually is the sprouting of a new plant from a seed. That's what's happening right here, the sprouting of a new plant. And then a seedling is a young plant. Now a seedling starts to grow right in here. The roots reach down into the soil, and a stem pushes up into the air. You can see all of those parts there. The roots are way down in the ground, so unless you pull a plant out of the ground, you're not going to see the roots. A plant grows. Just like you, a plant grows bigger and bigger. The roots spread out and down into the soil, and the stem gets thicker and stronger, and then more leaves and branches grow. These little girls over here, they are watering these plants. Watering helps a plant to grow. Right here, if you'll notice on these pages, there are some extra words. This book is actually a non-fiction book. That means it's not fake. You'll notice these are actual pictures in these books. Some of them are drawings, but like these right here are actual pictures. And this whole book is really an informational text. Remember, that means it gives us information. Here's another word we're going to talk about, the soil. The soil is the top layer of earth which plants grow in. What do plants need? I bet we know a lot of this already. I want you to think in your brain, what are things that plants need to grow? Think of a few things and let's read and find out. Plants need these things in order to grow. They need soil, which is dirt. They need water, food. They need sunlight. air, and space. Water and some food come from the soil. The roots soak them up. Sunlight and air enter the plant through the leaves. Plants use them to make more food. And then plants also need space to grow. Look at this tree here. Here's a picture of the air. The leaves take in the air. The leaves take in the sunlight. Here's all these roots. This is what a root system of a huge tree would look like. A lot bigger, more intricate than a simple little plant. This is the soil. And this is the water and the food. 6 fun plant facts. This palm tree seed can weigh as much as a 4th grader. It's the heaviest seed in the world. That is a seed right there. Number 2, scrub-a-dub in the tub. Plants are used in many soaps and shampoos. If they are, they're called a plant-based soap. The paper for this book was made from trees, and we said trees are a type of plant. Number 4, one sunflower can make as many as 1,000 seeds. Bamboo grows the fastest of any plant. It can grow as tall as a 3-year-old kid in one day. And number 6, the tallest living tree is taller than the Statue of Liberty, which is in New York City. Flowers bloom. Many plants grow flowers. They start as a bump called a bud. The bud slowly opens and then petals unfold. Surprise, it's a flower. So think of any flowers that you might love, like roses. They will all start out as a little rose bud and then they will open up. Sticky pollen. Now flowers make a sticky powder called pollen. Pollen sticks to birds and bees when they fly from flower to flower. Then the pollen rubs off on another flower. This is called pollination. It helps flowers make seeds. If you can see, this bee is covered in pollen. So when it lands on another flower, another plant, it helps the flowers make more seeds. Pollination down here, the moving of pollen from one flower to another, and that helps seeds to grow. So we've talked a little bit about germination, when a new sprout is coming out, a new seedling from a seed, and we've talked about pollination. Let's talk about seeds. Plants keep seeds in different places. Many plants grow a case around the seeds. The case is called a pod. A pod is what will hold a seed. Peas and maple tree seeds grow in pods, right here. You might have seen that before. Orange seeds are different. Their seeds are on the inside. But strawberry seeds are on the outside. And there are some seeds we eat. When I eat a strawberry, I don't cut off the seeds, I eat them. They are edible. Now, some people may try to chew on or eat an orange seed. I don't. But if you cut an orange in half, or a grapefruit, or a little tangerine, you're going to see the seeds all inside. Whereas these seeds are kept in a pod. Now the seeds take a trip. Some float on the wind and others are carried away by animals. The seeds fall to the ground. Soon they sprout, or there's that word again, germinate, and a new plant begins. So this is talking about a little bit more how some seeds can be can travel from one plant to a next. A bird carries a berry within a seed inside. This squirrel holds a large seed. On these flowers, the wind blows the seeds. That's how seeds travel all around. Pass the plants, please. People and animals eat plants to stay healthy. How many plants did you eat today? I want you to think today. Have you eaten any plants? Are you planning on eating any for breakfast, lunch, or dinner today? Could be vegetables or fruits. I hope we're all going to eat some today. A panda eats a bamboo plant. Watermelon is a fruit that comes from a plant. Think about all the different things that you eat. Now on this part, it says make your garden grow. You can make your own bean plant, but you will need to ask a grown-up for help. You'll need 1 lima bean seed, which you can get at the store, a cup of water, a little flower pot, or a glass jar or paper cup, and some soil. If you've ever seen mom or dad or grandma and grandpa, auntie or uncle plant a seed before or plant flowers, they will maybe buy a bag of potting soil, or if they plant out in the flower bed in the front, they're using that soil. You soak your seed in a cup of water overnight. That's what that is right there. Fill the flower pot with soil. Push your seed down in there. You want it in there pretty far. And then add a little water to moisten the soil, to make the soil kind of damp and wet. And then you need to put the pot in a warm, sunny spot, remember, because it's got to have some sunlight. And whenever the soil gets dry, your seedling should sprout in about a week. You can also do this with this kind of seed here and just a paper towel and a little bag. It'll do the same thing. What in the world? These pictures show close-up views of things in this book. Use the hints below to figure out what's in the pictures. Remember, these are all actual photographs. Here we are. The bud. This is what? A leaf. I'm holding it real close so you can see. This is the bee. Remember, we said that the pollen sticks to them. What is this here? My favorite fruit. It's a strawberry. Here's a sunflower. Remember that a sunflower can have up to 1,000 seeds. What is this here? This falls and waters the plants. That's some rain there. Okay. All right. So seed to plant. We're going to be talking this week some more about the life cycle of a seed to a plant. We'll be seeing some videos and talking some more about it.